ultimate is, and I said rugby. Right?
I'm down for
like
rugby.
That?
I'll play.
I'm down for rugby. I'll play rugby.
I'm down to play some rugby.
Yeah. See how I did that? I'm a genius. I'm a god. Anyway, we're getting in the losers quarters.
This is what happens when you compliment our
Yeah,
kids.
yeah, that's true. Don't ever compliment me, dude. My head just grows like it. Look how big it's getting. You can literally see it. Anyway.
They really can't because the cam's not on.
I can see it. You're right.
But Juicebox learned to stock really early, and Green Team is up by a significant margin. Not only that, they are using Luigi's high percent to give themselves more opportunities to KO Juicebox, and this is the weakness that you said you heard them talking about. And so what they do there is we see the same strategy once again we saw from Double Falcon. Overtriforce had the advantage on Juicebox on the corner, and so instead of coming to help, Trif knows I'm not going to be able to extend this combo, not the way things are going. So instead, I'm going to stay and finish the edge guard on Vist. And like the difference in teams from singles is you can choose where you're going to get the most value and go there. And Trif seems to be pretty aware of the places that he needs to be.
Very true.
And a team like Sheik Peach, you need to be there ahead of time because they're both really slow. Like especially Peach is a slow team, low mobility overall.
Yeah, Peach is slow both on the ground and in the air, but she puts out a lot of attacks really quick, so it can kind of deceive you sometimes. You're like, wow, she's doing fast stuff. She must be quick. No, she's not.
Overtriforce manipulating space in a very abstract way. We saw Luigi on the ground, and Trif could have put out an aerial that would have either traded, and I think that's what Overtriforce was looking for, was the threat of that aerial, because he double jumped up into what would normally be an awkward position and threw out a forward air, I think expecting a jump. Yeah, so pretty cool. But that's so neat. He used the forward air to slap Trif back onto the stage.
Yeah, getting rid of that lack of mobility problem right there. Trif has already sort of relaxed into his role. He recognized right away he's going to need to stay alive, right?
And Overtriforce, I didn't realize, I knew how good he was off stage, but every time I see him, he just impresses me more. It's so cool to watch.
I'm actually surprised he's as good as he is. I feel like he spends 99% of his time just off stage practicing what to do off stage.
You can tell he's a thought-provoked player, right?
Yeah.
And I think that it lends itself to that sometimes.
Yeah, once again, dude, Trif, sort of living by the Bee Gees theme. He's just staying alive, and just as I say it.
And they are kind of even stocks through it all.
Yeah.
And so, okay, what I think Overtriforce is looking for there is a dash attack from Trif, and then you get the grab release.
Yeah.
The jab release? I don't know.
Yeah, where you
we need a name for it. Yeah.
I call it jab release, but it's it can be provoked by not a jab.
Yeah, especially useful as projectiles. That is a shame. Suddenly they're slight deficit Green Team, I guess. I don't really know what to call it.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, now definitely big combo, and Trif is just a little too slow. Peach can't get over there fast enough.
Yeah,
but I do want to point out that I think is going to be a theme of the set, is Overtriforce generates an advantage. Trif is doing a superb job at walling, such that the Overtriforce can keep his advantage, keep his combo going meanwhile.
Yes.
Without any interruptions. So that's been a beautiful job being done by Trif. And that's really effective against someone like Luigi, who has trouble making it out of the corner, who has to wave dash on the ground, and is easily boxed out.
He's making sure this Italian eats his vegetables.
Yeah, too many carbs. You gotta lay off the pasta, my guy.
Not just spaghetti. He's giving him turnip after turnip. This is vegan Luigi.
I mean, if you're gonna run a race here at Race to the Finish, the carbs are important.
Setting.
Big up smash. And you know what? This could be a 2v1 scenario.
Wait
They're at high
a
percent.
minute.
And Trif is one of the Peaches who can do it.
Yeah.
Peach has some trouble in 2v1. Suddenly you can be comboed really hard. But Peach has the ability to disengage by floating away and can throw out many quick aerials. I like a little mini target switch. Okay, not sure about trying to get the edge guard on Juicebox, to be honest.
Yeah, I think he was better off trying to hit some, maybe some nair into whole turnip or something against Luigi.
Yeah, that would have been pretty good. Or maybe nair Luigi and then immediately turn around. Not the time to talk about Blake, I know, but I know for a fact that's what he would have done.
Yeah. But this is intense. Red team really trying to figure out how they want to play this.
Throws a turnip at Juicebox so that he can't be punished when he hits Vist. Those are the type of creative plays you're going to need.
Back here, this is really dangerous for Trif.
Yeah, but they've been tacking on the percent this whole time without taking on much themselves. They're using what was Vist middle to low percent really well. Not able to follow up to get the KO just yet.
He's living.
Wow, big nair. Gets the down air. Of course, Trif is looking to KO with either an up air or a back air to give himself time. I like how he just lands and floats. Big down smash. All of a sudden, it's doable. Trif air dodges.
Okay.
Yep, so nice little wait from Juicebox, able to finish it out. That is a scary scenario for the red team.
A little miniature pop-off there. Meanwhile, you have Team Spain over here.
I have to say, Ty, I appreciate your ability to let me freak out about teams because I like it so much sometimes. It just let me tell you. Thank you for that.
No, I understand.
I get real worked up.
I know what that's like.
I mean, you do it too, but
yeah. It depends on the scenario.
Yeah, thanks for giving me my space.
Of course. I'm supporting right now.
I can't always keep it together.
I'm playing support. You can just go in and just do Fox things.
I really like down smash to forward air follow-ups from our red team at Juicebox. Big hit.
Wow, hit so hard. Couldn't see anything for a split second.
The monitor temporarily goes off.
It actually,
I was going to do the pro thing and not mention it, but it's okay.
That's just too funny.
Wow, saves him with the poof.
And,
they had some big combos on Overtriforce, and that's what's given them the lead so far. Yep, Vist using his lunging power to try to make enough room that he can save Juicebox. It does happen. Juicebox makes it back to the stage, and now they're still going to town. Juicebox holding the center of the stage. And he's trying to see if he can get needles onto Trif in order to help Vist come back. But, wow. But Overtriforce smartly standing in the way. Okay, tries to save him with down smash. Actually an underrated saving tool for Peach using down smash because you can tech it. And especially with Sheik, she can tech it and then like maybe throw out a forward air to hit the opponent who's off stage right there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, shield break actually not as huge of a deal in teams. Because you know, just like resting.
It's like resting. You used to be woken up. Partner decides to jab you with something light. For those of you who don't know, that's basically the reason why we have team attack on. Because otherwise you just have to watch your partner die. It's really sad.
You want to hear a fun story about the history of Melee teams and why the rule set is the way it is today?
Yes.
I heard this from Team Ben, Oro, husband, wife, etc. That back in the day, on the East Coast, team attack was off. And so their strat, and this is the only reason I know this because I talked about it, was Peach down smashes, Mar stands inside, and forward smashes either way.
Yeah.
Seems really strong. On the West Coast, they use items. So the compromise was team attack on, no items. This is like way back in 2002 or 2003.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm sure we would have come to this rule set eventually because I think like
the gameplay would have just got too ridiculous, right?
Yeah, like this is obviously, I think to me, it seems like an obviously better format and one that's more conducive to deciding who the more skilled players are. But, you know, we got to it pretty fast because of that compromise.
Yeah.
Is that story true? I don't know, but I trust them.
I trust them. They wouldn't make it up. Or would they?
They might embellish it. They're storytellers.
Maybe it was part of a script writing that took place at some point. Anyway, we haven't really talked that much about this match, but it's not going particularly good for the green team.
I saw what Overtriforce saw, that he would be able to throw out that back air, potentially getting an edge guard if he jumps up, and then being saved if he doesn't, and they just didn't quite have enough time. I can't believe it didn't pan out. I'm sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say that the main thing that I've noticed about these matches, and wow, you really need that. Not unwinnable, but like for the most part, like Overtriforce has just been losing too many stocks. Like that's the quickest way to say it. To put it in perspective, this match, Trif has lost 1 stock. Say it again.
So that's let me bring in Overwatch because we like to talk about other things to talk about Melee.
Of course.
When I'm playing with the team, and I used to play with people I knew quite often in like a 6-stack or whatever, somebody would be like, oh, well, I'm not dying, so I mean, I'm doing... No, if you're not dying, that might mean you're not putting yourself in a spot to be effective enough.
Yes.
So it could be that Overtriforce is getting combo to death, or it could be that Trif is playing a little too far away.
Yes.
Peach is a tank. Peach hits like a truck. You got to get in close and mix it up sometimes. And maybe that's what Trif needs to do, and maybe that'll help Overtriforce stay away from damage.
Yeah, when I say that, I don't mean to say that, like, Trif is carrying or the Overtriforce is a bad player, because I've said quite a I've said quite a few times that Over is a god, because he is. It's just what's happening, you know what I mean? Now, the reason for it could be, like, many different things. A part of it could be that it's simply easier for the green team to just, or the red team, excuse me, to just mess up Sheik. You know what I mean? Because she is the less floaty of the two. A lot of times, like, it's very easy to just, like, hit Peach away or even just ignore her because she's slow and just put on a lot of damage. Like, you might see it right now. Okay, never mind.
It actually happened the other way around.
Yeah, yeah. Wow, wait. Okay.
And they're in a double edge guard scenario. Overtriforce kind of bites. Don't know exactly what he's looking for, but he's obviously trying to bait something out. And yes, Vist helps Juicebox, gets back to the stage once again.
Yeah.
That's been a big point for them. And obviously, like you were just talking about it, they've been destroying Overtriforce and team combos. They've put themselves in positions, especially having Juicebox on a platform or jumping above Vist who's in front, and they do down smash to sheet combo. And a lot of the times, it'll be, if there's no one in the way, it's going to be Vist down smash, Juicebox forward air, Vist wave dash forward to a punish.
Yeah, I think that they heard us. We're pretty far away, but either they heard us or they realized the same thing that we noticed. And that's that Overtriforce, he can continue taking the lead. He's doing a good job.
But he was just taking too much heat on his own, right?
Yeah, he's taking too much of a lead. He was getting too far up the track.
Yeah, so like, Trif can still play the sort of like dangerous, I know, can still play the sort of dangerous support that he's been playing. But he's acting sort of like an exhaust too. He's close enough to make presence so that some of the heat, like literally that's what I mean by exhaust, can be taken off Overtriforce. Gives Overtriforce more confidence to make his plays. It makes some of his commitments more safe, and I think it's working out for them.
All right, so this is night and day from the previous two games. Like, it's almost like the green team like hit their NOS button or something. They just really come alive in this game 3.
The question is, will they run out of NOS? Do they have enough in the tank to win 3 games in a row? Do they have enough to even continue to win this game? I mean, probably.
Possible. I mean, maybe they called AAA. They got their tires fixed, got some more air in them, and they're ready to roll now. Sometimes it takes going down 0-2 for you to really wake up, especially in losers, right? Because you got to think for a second. It's not winners anymore. You can't be like, oh, well, we'll play better. You have to say to yourself, you have to ask yourself these questions. And as a team, you have to ask yourself these questions, as well as an individual. Are you ready to go home yet? Are you done? Are you finished? Is your gameplay over?
I mean, they came all the way from Spain. I'm sure they're not ready to go home.
Exactly.
It's only Saturday.
Exactly. Well, yeah. So, you know, I mean, in a metaphorical sense.
I know what you mean.
Are you ready to, you know,
exit the bracket?
Yeah.
And, you know, despite Trif playing a little closer, he is just now still not losing his first stock, over 200%. And, I mean, Overtriforce is also cleaned it up in the sense of survivability because he's only lost 2. They are at a super huge advantage.
Yeah. Some of his stocks were just super sad. Like, it was just unfortunate stuff.
Big combo coming in hot. Down air nair.
Yeah, I like that. He set himself in a situation where he wanted to get the follow-up, but also the edge guard.
Yeah.
He missed the follow-up, but he did assist in like an edge guard situation.
Which tacked on a lot of damage, and it looked like ended up getting them the chance to continue this edge guard. Basically, like, the red team during their whole last pair of stocks were not in a position to fight back.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Team Spain is alive. Those of you who are watching from Europe, it's probably like 2 in the morning or something where you are. 3 in the morning maybe.
Quick sidetrack. I noticed shorter melee players tend to sit up really straight. I don't know if it's because it brings them level with their opponent or what. It's just what I noticed.
Yeah, just an observation. There's a lot of times taller players tend to slouch a little bit when they play.
Yeah, I don't
know.
But
I think it's because the chairs are like too small for them.
I hate so many chairs. My legs are like up on my arms, and I can't hold my controller the way I like.
Right.
Really, as I do have long. I'm like 6-ish foot.
Yeah.
6'1", 6'2", something.
Yeah. You're just tall enough to be tall.
He forgot
being a giant.
How nice. He forgot to turn to Sheik, and so they don't like just go hit him. Instead, they just take a little bit of stage. Very nice. It's kind of like a sort of homie stock-esque.
Yeah. It's part of like the sportsmanship. Really fast, almost like a micro like transaction, but you know, he's like, I'm not gonna take this free, whatever I could do, possibly death.
Yeah, and once again, Vist is okay. They turned it around. But Vist is doing a really good job at keeping Trif away and being part of the team combo onto Overtriforce.
Yeah, what's really interesting is this. All right, so keep in mind this is best of 5, so no bans. And they chose Battlefield after playing several games on a super like big stage.
And doing fairly well, you're saying?
Yeah. So like, I wonder again because we talked about this team before, the nature of the slow-moving hurricane, right? Like I often wonder, like, do you want more room so that you can react or potentially avoid these situations, or do you want to pick a smaller stage and potentially get some some really cool Luigi up Bs, because I think that's what he's going for.
And I think a lot of it has to do with the way Vist likes to maneuver on platforms. Because these are the highest side platforms we have,
Yes.
it enables him to get a more radically different genius nair. A more
That
radically
save
different,
was OD.
a more radically different change in height than Luigi can get on any other stage. Not
Yes.
only that, but of course Sheik does well on the platform. Yeah, Peach can double jump cancel, but she can do that anywhere, right?
Yeah, true.
So maybe they're thinking it's going to generate more of an ability for Luigi to maneuver around Peach's hitboxes.
Yeah, I think that they're going to try to press the mobility advantage a little bit.
Yeah, that Nair's going to end up KOing, and now they're at a slight deficit.
Yeah.
Red team is.
The thing about Luigi in this matchup is he's sort of like your poor man's Falcon in a sense. Like he's fast enough to get to places. He's explosive, sometimes literally. So I guess you're kind of hoping he can just like kind of run in there and surprise you. But there are these moments where he's stuck in these floaty positions, like right there. He did the nair. It's like not like a 20GX like retreating nair. It's a Luigi nair, where like if he gets the better of it, fine. You know, you get the Eddie Mexico combos. If not, it's really bad.
Wow,
oh my
combo.
god.
And you know, I actually think, and this is a weakness of a lot of Peaches, turnips are really good. A lot of the times, it's just not time. He could have been ready already floating so he could put out a reverse nair or back air, and that could have been the stock instead of just a big
All right, so
combo.
I guess the real question is, like, what stage does the red team counter pick?
Yoshi's.
Yeah.
No, they went to Dreamland last time. I don't know. Maybe Stadium, actually.
I'm thinking
I
Stadium.
kind of like Stadium.
I would pick Stadium. I was thinking Stadium, actually, afterwards. Oh, worth it. All right.
Yeah, that was a
All right, so Team Spain is here.
that was an ugly game. They obviously
These matches have not been close.
they obviously adjusted quite a bit,
These matches have not been close.
but we're still at Game 5. We've
Yes.
gone the distance with blowouts,
yeah,
basically.
yeah, true. This is like one of those weird like boxing events where somebody just like loses like their first 5 or 6 rounds. Then out of nowhere, you get to round 8 and 9, and you look at this other guy's face, and you're like, what happened to him?
Yeah, he was winning when I turned.
So I went to go like,
I went to get popcorn.
Yeah,
and when I came back,
he's bloody. His eyes are swollen. It's like some kind of a Rocky movie. He's like, "Got me, Mick." You know what I mean? It's like, what the heck? What happened?
and I think a lot of adjustments have been made, obviously by Overtriforce
Team
and Trif,
Spain they look.
but not
okay.
not
Not too
only,
serious.
Not only based on positioning, but also they're putting Trif in very interesting spots, and he's been able to perform. He's not as aggressive as a lot of the Peaches we've seen. You know, people say Peach is support.
Yes.
I don't always fully believe that.
She doesn't have to only be support.
Peach is a source of damage. A lot of the times it's better to put her in the front because if you think about it this way, if there's a 50% chance any one player is going to win an exchange with any other one player, it really comes down to how much value is the player on your team potentially going to get versus how much value is the person on the other team potentially going to get, and what are the odds that they're going to be able to access that value.
Yes.
Peach often, especially a low percents, is really favorable in both her likelihood of accessing her value and also in how valuable it is with that powerful down smash with the big walling aerials. It looks like Trif wanted to, Overtriforce wanted to save Trif maybe with like a down air or something, unable to do it, and now they're at a deficit.
Again, I don't want to say we kind of called it with the stage picks, but you know, I promise we're not doing any mid-set coaching. It just so happens to be that we're calling the right shots, you know?
Archangel also does have a reputation for being a bit of a prophet, a psychic, if you will, so maybe it has to do with that.
That's kind of true.
All right, I need to stop before you go on another amazing tangent.
No, I was just thinking about that time at MomoCon. Remember the trip call?
I don't remember that.
All right, so those two people were like racing, and I was like, they're gonna fall.
Oh, I do remember. It was actually so crazy.
And they both went to turn around, and they both
you said one of them's gonna fall, and they both turn around and just slide out. It was actually ridiculous.
That was super
They were
funny.
just foot racing on the grass. I
Best
guess
call of
that's
my life.
vaguely related to racing, but let's get vaguely related to the match. We're rather close. It's going to be up for Vist to get some damage before he ends up getting KO'd. Juicebox here needs to buy himself time. So there's a really delicate balance Juicebox had to, there's a really delicate balance Juicebox had to take. He wants to make enough space such that Vist is able to get back to the stage, but he doesn't want to put himself into a range where he's in threat of taking a 2v1 combo. A really difficult tightrope to walk, and that time it looked like he favored not taking a big 2v1 combo, which is what you were saying they were talking about before.
Yes. You know what's interesting now is the green team is actually using the red team's former strategy against them in a sense. Like they're keeping Vist away and just messing up Juicebox.
Yeah, that's true.
It's reminiscent of the first 2 games.
Is that a dot on it? Is it a stitch? I can't tell.
He re-grabbed it, so it's important. Peaches know. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I just saw how much damage it did and how hard it hit.
Yeah, it hit hard, but not Stitch Face hard. So I was like, dot eye.
One of my favorite types of sets. 4 blowouts in a row leading to a game 5, and now we have a close battle.
Yes.
Looks like green team has a slight advantage in the terms of stage positioning. He slaps his teammate.
That was huge. The red team, they had an opportunity to turn it around big time. I mean,
Big.
they still do.
That was a big kick from Juicebox. This could be an edge guard. It
Juicebox.
is. If they can finish off Overtriforce here, that's really, really big. Looks like Trif might finish him.
Yeah, he kind of helped. What a save.
Huge turn up save. Big back air. So right here, okay, he's going to take the edge guard. I was thinking maybe take the 2v1 versus Peach.
Now we have a setup.
It's
very
very
potential mini comeback by the red team.
Yeah,
It's been pretty close.
He's kind of Overtriforce kind of lucky we got the rock stage so he could transform freely. Real shame he got clipped there, and now the green team's going to slowly press their advantage. Nair out of shield sends him backwards. That is a bad bounce for red
This
team.
would be a miracle.
Yeah, now Vist is in big trouble. That is a really bad bounce. A potential 3-0 comeback from the green team. Losers quarters. Are they going home?
Wow. Misfire coming through when you need it, getting the ledge cancel.
And the MDVA crowd wooing all together.
This is moving right now. Oh, he gets grabbed. This is probably the end.
Waits for him to jump out, gets a forward air, can follow
And
up.
that's going to do it. 3-0 comeback, a reverse 3-0.
Really nice adjustment from the green team. Overtriforce able to stay out of the sticky situations when it counted.
Yes.
And Trif able to get him out of the sticky situations when he couldn't help.